Hey, it's Mike Draper with AWC TV, and we have a very special guest with us today, April Dodson. She's the owner of Bid Slot Marketing and also a partner in AnswerWorks. She's been a longtime advertiser with the magazine and always supported us. And we're a customer as well. We use them for different tasks. And that's one of the topics we're going to talk about today is how you as a business owner can kind of untask yourself from some of the mundane things that happen in your business to allow you to think about the growth of your business and other avenues that you can be more profitable in. So April, welcome to the studio. We appreciate you coming on with us again. This is your second time on the show, but thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no problem.
Tedious things where owners sometimes don't know where their money is always being spent whenever it comes to an office solution. There's different things that you have your office manager do, and it's hard to know if you're out in the field really, what he or she may be doing to, in the office. Sorry, I think I've kind of
No problem. So yeah, you're dead on. So what I think about too is I know when I'm even with the magazine, you have certain things that are required of you as the business owner. And the most profitable things for me is when I'm out promoting or I'm engaging or whatever, that's what I need to be doing. And sometimes what'll take away from that is the fact of these tasks that it take to get the product out there, or in a window cleaning world, it might be the sales aspect or answering the phone or whatever that is. And so I know for myself, what I'm always looking at is how do I untask myself? If we're having a strategy meeting and we're going to do this project, I always look at, well, what's required of me, and are those the most profitable things, or do I need to have somebody else do that? For instance, for the magazine and why we've used you guys on several things is content creation. So I'll have an advertiser maybe that wants to put an ad in the magazine. We can certainly do it here, but that takes time on my part. And it's really, it bogs me. So I look to farm that out to untask myself. And for me personally, my most important asset is time. And so I could care less about money really. I care about my time. I feel like it's in short demand and or short supply, I should say, and there's high demand on it. So that's the most important thing. So with Bid Slot, if in the world of window cleaning, maybe a guy's still out there cleaning and his phone's ringing. So he's divided, right? He has to decide, do I keep cleaning or do I answer the phone, or do I, try to go make this sales approach or whatever. So maybe that's with AnswerWorks more than Bid Slot. But you actually have a solution there. The guy could be getting his phone answered without having to answer it, right?
Right. We have both inbound and outbound solutions whenever it comes to answering the company phone. And I think it is important for small business owners to recognize their skill set and what they're really good at doing. One example that I like to give is, if you're a small business and you've really never done anything with social media, why would you take that job on to do the social media if it's something you've never done before, when there's so many social media companies that are the professionals that stay up on the tips and tricks and what's new and what's happening in all of the social media world? Um, Outsourcing something like that is very easy whenever it comes to tasks that would happen in a daily office solution in your office, and things that you may not be good at. You can outsource all different types of tasks to companies that handle either social media, billing, invoicing, taxes, content creation, graphic design. And whenever you outsource items like that, you normally get an itemized bill of how long those types of tasks took, and the start and the stop of and the progress of where they're at with the task. When you have a lady in the office and it's temporary because you're a seasonal business, I think that it's hard for a business owner to know what's being done in the office because you are using someone, for example, from March to October because you're so busy, you can't handle it all. And as a matter of fact, whoever you hire, in the office is going to be overwhelmed with work too. And especially if they're new in the window cleaning, pressure washing industry. First off, they're going to have to learn the lingo. Second, they're going to have to realize the types of tasks that they would do on a daily task list for your company. And you will not see the quote going out or the call coming in. And you're really wondering kind of how everything's being handled. And whenever you talk about handling tasks, there's many different ways, that you can handle that so that you can actually stay on top of what is happening in the office for your company and also where your money's being spent. Sometimes we work with companies that don't realize that from taking the initial call to giving the quote over the phone, to putting on the schedule for a customer, that those calls normally take 6 to 9 minutes. And so if you have a lady in the office and she's only answering, the phone like however many times it's ringing a day, lots of times it's a more affordable solution to outsource work like that and save your company money and also be on top of exactly where your money's being spent in an office solution for the company.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other side of that scenario is if you don't even have a person that's in the office, maybe you're a sole operator. Now just think of that phone call that comes in, you're out on a job, you might still be cleaning, and somebody calls and that's 6 to 9 minutes of your time. So now a job, if you took 4 calls, that took 40 minutes. A job that should have took an hour now takes an hour and 40 minutes because of those calls that come in. And so, and you posed a great question. You said, why would a person do that if you've got experienced people out there? So the reason guys would do it is because they think they're going to save money. But ultimately, where a business owner makes his most money is on a revenue source, never on what I call the lower line item on a P&L. It's self-defeating. You'll always make more money driving the top line, and that's where an owner should be focused rather than on the bottom line of the P&L.
And the safety aspect of it for these contractors that are out in the field. If you're on a ladder or on a roof and you're so afraid that you're going to miss that call because it could be a job, that's dangerous to take a call if you're on a ladder or on a roof, if you're tied off somewhere. So I think that we also help keep contractors safe when they use our services because they're not missing phone calls. They know that items are being taken care of and they stay more safe because they're not on their phone or trying to fumble with their device whenever they're actually trying to work, which is a very inefficient way to try to do it if you're a contractor in the field trying to answer your phone, schedule work while you're working. I don't see how, we could be good at doing all of those things at one time. That's how jobs are missed and how people can get hurt, with the safety aspect of it. And I think it's really important to offset certain tasks. And it's a very easy process, offsetting tasks. I do think in the virtual office world that we are going to have to start looking for virtual assistants that are more integrated with softwares and the AI type processes of how things are being handled. For instance, we work in over 140 different softwares. So normally whenever we look at a software, there's only a couple things that may be different, but to us, everything kind of looks the same. As you're hiring a virtual assistant or someone to offset those tasks to, understanding the lingo is a huge learning curve for most people. You would either have in your office or a virtual assistant if that's the way that you're going to go.
Yeah, let me stop you right there just a second, because one of the big objections, and you just hit it, and I really think this is a strength of yours, is that a guy's going to think, well, I'm going to turn this task over to a virtual assistant, but they can't sell as well as I do, or they don't know the pressure washing business, or they don't know the window cleaning business, and so they're leery of doing that. And I guess what I'd like to let everybody know, too, is you speak our language. You're from the pressure washing industry. and you've had a lot of exposure to the window cleaning industry. You also are, like you said, are in all the softwares that we're using probably, Customer Factor, Market Service CEO, all of those, you're dealing with them already, so there's no learning curve there. So I just want to say that, they already speak the language, so it's very easy to plug them in.
It is. It's an easy transition, and we do work in all of the industry-related softwares, and there's no learning curve there. So that does save a company a lot of time and money whenever it comes to understanding roof cleaning and pressure washing and house washing and soft washing and concrete cleaning. We just need certain parameters for an account to make it happen. We work with some people that have us just scheduling the jobs or just taking a call. Some people use us 2 hours a week, and other companies, I'm sorry, use us over 80 hours a week. So it all depends on how you're, set up with the company, with your company. We understand and follow all directions that, are set within the parameters that you give us. Normally, whenever you're offsetting work to a virtual assistant, there's a learning curve of about 3 to 4 weeks, depending on how many calls they're taking for you. And so you have to allow a lot of calls from your virtual assistant team in the beginning, but then over time, after we've heard certain answers to certain questions, you won't receive as many calls and your business will just be being handled. Everybody does business just a little bit differently, but for the most part, there's certain things that we need an easy sheet to fill out to give us the parameters that, how we could handle, schedule, confirm, receive, bookkeep, make sales calls for you through the, virtual assistant. One of the things we do a lot of is anybody that you serviced, for example, April of last year, if we can pull a report in your software and we can call all of the people that used you April last year and remind them that they used you April of last year. And we're very good at getting those people on the schedule. It's an easy thing to do because we already have all of the information regarding pricing and stuff like that. And it just adds more to your schedule to keep you busy so you can continue to pay for your virtual assistant.
Yeah, exactly. So, April, I know you're on vacation. I'm not going to keep you a long time today. I really appreciate you coming on. If you get a chance, guys, check them out. Give April a call. She's always been very helpful with us, been able to walk us through different tasks and things. And I just think it's vital that some business owners really offload some of the things they're doing to people that can handle it and handle it well. And then you go focus on your business. So April, thanks for being on today. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the support of AWC and AWC TV. And we'll see you soon.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Stay tuned for our next episode of AWC TV by following us on YouTube, Facebook, or our website, awcmag.com.